guys, welcome back. It's Lyric. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. And I am currently reading nothing. So I have a little bit of explaining to do, right? So if you guys have kind of noticed in the last couple videos, my backgrounds have been changing. I've been all over the place. I am currently staying with my mom in a whole other state as I'm preparing to move into my first apartment, which maybe we'll get once I set up my bookshelves, like an apartment bookshelf tour. I don't know, we'll see. But because of that, I did kind of take a random 3 to 4 week break, with my last video being my collab with D.L. Holmes. Please check it out if you haven't. But I decided, since I am back in Louisiana, where I'm from, for a couple days, packing some things up still, I would take you guys to some of my favorite bookstores here. And we can kind of do like a little vlog I still don't know where to look. A little vlog, come shopping with me. And you guys can kind of see bookshelves. I also think this is a great way to kind of remember some of the places that I'm leaving. So without further ado, this is going to be a little bit weird. And I really am going to go ahead and apologize in advance. I have shaky hands. So if it's not completely centered the whole time, you know why. But I'm really excited and I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so it's a little bit later in the day. I had some off-camera errands to run, and I just wanted to come on here real quick and admit that today is November 3rd. So I have already voted, and I was just going to go and run some errands and stuff. But the tension in the world is not great, especially being in the South. So my trips today might be a little short. I'm going to try to get out of here before it gets dark, which is a really sad statement to have to make. But I might come back out tomorrow, or when I come back later in November, maybe we'll do a part 2. I just wanted to let you know, in case this video is short, it has more to do with the climate in the world and things that I've already experienced earlier today off camera than just, I guess, content. So our first stop is at 2nd and Charles. This is a chain that we have. This location used to be a Books A Million, got changed to a 2nd and Charles years later, and I frequent here a lot. It's one of the places that I go. It's one of the places I drop books off at. But yeah, as other places that I want to include, if not this one, in the next one, and just to kind of let you know, there are 2 little libraries that I go to. I don't have any books to exchange right now, but when I do, I try to go there. I just like the kind of surprise element and like the community element of those. I go to 2nd and Charles. I go to this place that I will probably refer incorrectly as the Book Nook, but it's actually called the Book Rack. I go to this place called, it's like Thrifty Peanut Book Warehouse. And then I also go to, obviously, Barnes & Noble, which I have a book, I think, on pickup there. So I might go there tomorrow, and I might film that. But anyway, going into 2nd and Charles, it's my first time filming there, so let's see how that goes. There's a lot of newer stuff. I'm not finding a lot of reused. I'm gonna read that. So it's usually stuff that I have or I already, you know, would get new. I'm trying to find something used that's a good deal. I'm trying to like avoid other people. Not just because of, you know, the obvious, but I just really don't want to talk to anyone or see anyone. So I'm gonna go ahead and go on this aisle, because usually there's a bunch of people. Can you guys hear me? Can you tell I don't vlog? Alright, so I moved to adult fiction. Being quieter because there's more people around now. Kind of noticing there are a lot of new books, but not new previous books, which is what I'm looking for. So. Alrighty guys, hair looking a hot mess. Let's see what I bought. So I do think I'm only going to go to the one store today. I might go to the store tomorrow because there's a book at Barnes & Noble that just came out today that I want to get. And then while I'm over there, there's some of the other book places that I mentioned. But I have to go to the grocery store. And so I think that's going to be a wrap for today. But I did want to show you what I bought. I bought Ink Mistress, which I had never heard of before. But essentially, the tagline on the back says, she has the power to write the future, but using it will cost everything. And from what I kind of gathered from the quick synopsis, it has to do with blood magic. I thought it'd be interesting, and I kind of stuck with YA because I will probably read The Night Away, and I wanted to do something a bit light. Yes, I do realize how dumb it is to buy books while you're moving and you're packing books, but I got a tote, so at least they're contained. Anyway, I got the fourth assassination classroom book. I think it was on this latest TBR, which the wrap up will be coming in a bit, that I said I was reading the third one, so I got the fourth one, so that's on deck. What else? Let's see. Oh, this one I was really excited to find. It was like $2, and this is Internment. I want to say, if I had to guess, was it this one? No, not this one. Another one of the books that I got, I think was originally a signed copy, and the person cut it out, but whatever. Then I got The Fill-In Boyfriend. If I had to guess, this will probably what I end up reading tonight. I do have a manga, like a different manga, at the house. But I think this will be a good light romance that I can read, and words that I can read and kind of not think about everything else. Then, oh, this was the one I think they cut off the first page, and you can see like a little bit of marker. So I'm thinking either it was just damaged or it was signed and they cut it off. So this is As I Descended. Oh, I didn't tell you what Internment was about, or Fill-In Boyfriend. Okay, what a great YouTuber I am. Woo! So Assassination Classroom, we've already talked about on this channel. It is what it sounds like, and so much more. So the Fill-In Boyfriend is, I believe, one of those fake dating tropes, which I just gobble up. So it'll be easy, and it kind of matches the pastel vibes that I've got going on today. Internment, I thought was, I probably won't read for a little bit depending on how things go, but I thought was a good book to pick up right now, especially for $2. And it's talking about an internment camp for Muslim Americans, and I just thought very topical, a bit heavy for right now, but definitely something that I have had on my list and I'm really interested in looking into. And then As I Descended is also on my list, but I can't quite remember what it's about. Let's see. The tagline on the top says cannot read. Unnatural deeds, unnatural troubles. And it says, something wicked this way comes. Those things don't tell us anything. But when I do my TBR, I'll say more. I think that was everything that I had read so far. Oh, and these are the two exciting things that you guys will see. I'll probably unwrap them when I get home because I think it'd be kind of... Someone's getting out of the car right next to me. Okay, cool. Probably unwrap them when I get home and video that so you guys can see where they are, and I think it'll be less awkward than trying to open them in my car while holding my phone right now. But I got 2 blind date books, which I have gotten 2 in the past, and I put it on my story on Instagram. You can check out my Instagram right here. But I wasn't like super duper impressed with them, but I like the idea, and this time were only $1, so I figured why not. If anything, it'll give me a book to put in the book library if I don't love them. So this one is Blind Date with a Book. Boop. Says, a boy who must surrender his innocence to come of age, and a generation that must survive great hardship to reach its future. It kind of sounds like, I was reading The Girl Who Drank the Moon, which I'll talk about more in my wrap-up. I did end up DNFing it, but I'll explain why. But that kind of is a similar premise, like if we're going very vague, but with a boy instead of a girl. So this one is my second blind date and my last book. And it says, this isn't the first time someone has dropped dead after eating one of her treats, but the paramedics say he was shot. Dun dun dun. So I'll unwrap them when I get home, and that'll probably be the next time you guys see me. I don't foresee me going anywhere else other than the grocery store tonight. So unless they have one of their mass market paperbacks that I can't live without, which probably doubtful right now, I will see you when I get home. My car is, but I also got this Book Nerd tote because I have a spending problem. Hello, worst lighting and messy kitchen. I almost totally forgot to actually unwrap these books. Now, my tripod is in the apartment, so I don't have it with me right now. So we're still on my handy dandy shaky hands. So this should be fun. I'm going to, ooh, maybe I can, 1 second. These are my 2 blind dates. We've got our little Sonic limeade, and we're gonna go on a date. I'm sorry that was so awkward. Which one do we do first? Let's see. I'm gonna go with this one. I'm very curious. So, come on down, contestant number 1. Once again, ignore messy table. Okay, this isn't the first time someone has dropped dead after eating one of her treats, but the paramedic says he was shot. So, I typically like to keep this because I'll use them, like I'll put them inside the book so I remember that it was a blind date. I just think it's fun. So, one-handed unwrapping, yes. Okay, let's see. Boop. I'm curious if it's a book I know of or if it's a book that I'm reading more about I'll be interested in. Okay. The Candy Cane Cupcake Killer. Say that 5 times fast. The Candy Cane Cupcake Killer. The Candy Cane Cupcake Filler. All right. Well, anyway, it's always been $1, I guess. Let's see what it is about. So apparently this author writes Trick or Deadly Treat. This is a Christmas book. So perfect. Maybe we can read this in December. Candy cane. Yeah, that makes sense. And it says, this isn't the first time someone has dropped dead after eating one of Phyllis's treats. Love that name. And when the paramedics determined the rancher was shot, suspicion swiftly falls on McRoy's daughter and her husband, who both stand to reap some sweet rewards from his death. Though Phyllis doesn't want to get mixed up in another murder investigation. Something about this case just doesn't sit right with her. With a little help from a tabloid TV news crew, Philip must unwrap the truth and restore good cheer to Weatherford before it's too late. Now, says not everyone has the holiday spirit. So it's a little different than I thought. So Phyllis is, I guess she's kind of like our Miss Marple of this universe. She just happens to be around some murders and she's going to figure out what's going on. So I kind of thought it was more like she is actually poisoning people and they got shot, and it was like, how did these things both happen? But it looks like she's trying to help solve the murder. So I'm actually, I would not have picked this up on my own, but I think it's kind of fun. So let's go on our next date. Once again, this is a boy who must surrender his innocence to come of age, and a generation that must survive great hardship to reach its future. What's also interesting when I was checking out, they seem to really like when you pick these up. I don't know if maybe it's because they're things that are old in their inventory and they're like, yay, someone's taking this, or if they all just generally like the mystery too. but the guy said that he likes to try to guess what it is, like, before he scans it. And typically, like, it'll tell you when you scan it, so they kind of know before you do. But he said they didn't show up. And so I was like, it's a surprise for both of us. So I thought that was kind of fun. A little wrap. I am the type of person that does try to save wrapping paper. I will reuse bags till they die. Okay, let's see. It was $5.95. And this, okay, I've never heard of this one either. Oh, now only $1. World's Fair. This looks a little older than I thought. I don't know why. I thought with that synopsis it was going to be closer to like a middle grade. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. So this, okay, I'll just read it to you and then we'll talk about it. This says, hailed by critics from coast to coast and by readers of all ages, this resonant novel is one of E.L. Doctorow's greatest works of fiction. It is 1939, and even as the rumbles of progress are being felt worldwide, New York City clings to remnants of the past, with horse-drawn wagons, street peddlers, and hurdy-gurdy men still toiling in the street. For 9-year-old Edgar Altstruhler, I think that's what it is, Altstruhler, life is a stoop ball and radio serials. Idolizing Joe DiMaggio and enduring the conflicts between his realist mother and his dream of a father. The forthcoming World Fair beckons an amazing vision of American automating, right? Inventiveness and prosperity. I cannot read. Prosperity. And Edgar Altstruhler's response. A marvelous work for a master storyteller. World Fairs is a book about basically what the thing said. So, here's the thing. I don't really like historical fiction at all. Some caveats, like I did like The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I did like The Diviners. And I can't really say that, I was going to say that maybe I like historical fictions that aren't so much a product of their time, but that's not true because Evelyn Hugo and The Diviners are extremely like the setting is a huge part of the vibe of the story. But I typically don't pick up historical fiction unless it's like beaten over the head that you want to, like, or that it's a good book. Like for instance, The Nightingale by, what is it, Kristen Hanna or something like that. It's supposedly very good, but it sounds so boring to me. I mean, if you guys bully me enough, maybe I'll read it, but I like have seen it so many times and I just don't pick it up because it sounds just like a drag. I just don't genuinely like historical fiction unless I guess there's another element. I'll say that. However, I am interested in history. It's just a lot of the times I guess the storylines aren't just enough, like there's whatever. But I am really interested in the World's Fair. I think the time and everything about it was so cool. And obviously the 1930s was a completely different climate for people. So I'm curious how that's handled in here. I don't even know. I don't know when this came out. But I think, once again, it's one that I definitely wouldn't have picked up on my own. And it's not even, like, when I read the synopsis, something that, like, I was more interested into. Maybe this is a little younger and, like, you know, easy. This seems a bit denser than I was thinking. But I'll definitely give it a shot. Like I said, I have previously gotten 2 other blind date books. One of them I already unhauled. It was pretty thick. If I think of the name, I'll put it here. But it didn't interest me, and I was like, oh, I'll still give it a shot. But the reviews were like awful, saying like, if I find it, I'll put like the more information, but saying like the guy was like very sexist. It just, you know, the language and everything, it just, for a book that was like this big, I was like, do I really want to sloth through that for what? For who? So, but I did keep another book that I have, which is at the apartment. It's a Fern Michaels book. I'll put the picture here again if I remember it. But would you guys be interested in like a reading my blind dates? Maybe we can have like candles and go through all of them. So that would be the Fern Michaels book, which is a romance. And I think it was something like Godmothers, or I don't know, I'll put it here. But something about like, I don't know. I know it was a romance. So I've got a romance, a little murder mystery, which is always a good time unless it's real life, and a little historical fiction, all from some blind dates. So maybe I can pick up a few more and we can do like a little readathon. Would that be fun? I don't know. If I go tomorrow to pick up my book from Barnes & Noble or any other places, I will take you guys with me. But if not, then that is it for today and the vlog. Let me know how I can improve on vlogs in the future. I feel weird about like having my camera out in public, but whatever. It's just, I wonder how like in bigger places, like in this is a little side tangent for you guys, but in like bigger places like California or New York, where I guess people are a bit more into like social media things, or even I guess maybe Dallas, or Houston, but like if people are just like, oh, whatever, you know, that's just Joe Blow with a camera, like, but like I feel in small places, like even if you just like, I don't know, taking a selfie, it's like, what are they doing? Like, so let me know, like, what would you do if you saw someone filming in public? And I will talk to you guys tomorrow or next week. So that is my horrible outro, and have a great day. Side note, this is inconsequential to anything, but I just wanted to show off this shirt. It says, "Anime cleared my skin." Thank you. It's by Adorned by Shay. Please check him out. The owner is so incredibly sweet. It's a Black-owned business, and they're amazing and adorable. Okay, bye.